Good morning, and welcome to the meditation live stream. This is Scott. I hope you are doing well, and that you are in a good place. I'm doing okay, and yes, for several days, been needing extra sleep, and I think there's either the flu or something going around that is impacting my typical need for sleep. So it's like sort of I've been like on the threshold of getting sick for quite some days. So yesterday felt pretty good. Today, terrible headache. But that being said, this channel is all about meditation, but using a technique that works with awareness, with our body, our emotion, our mind, and our relationships. And we need at least those dimensions to have a good, comprehensive practice. And when those dimensions come into integration, we have a better understanding of reality and can make better choices. And that's the premise behind the work. And from a spiritual perspective, we're all working towards such a thing, a harmony of the current day, the past, the present, and the future, all intertwined together. And I'd like to give a brief talk, and then we'll get into a guided practice. Today we'll go for about a half an hour. And I've been talking a little bit about the current age, the current day, and the changes to culture that may be necessary. And embodied, this is the thing I wanted to talk about, but it's just, I'm sorry because I don't have these ideas, this sort of fully fleshed out, these ideas all together. And I've been inspired to read some of the older classics in my time. And one of the things that I've been inspired by is the difference between a perspective and an idea. And a perspective is like a world view. A perspective is sort of kind of like this dimension that comes out of our vision, so to speak, and encompasses items in that view. That the vista of the view opens up, and that is my perspective. That's which is included in my point of view. And an idea doesn't have to be a perspective. An idea can be simply one of the things in someone's perspective, one of the items in someone's point of view. And you can take any idea and place it into a point of view. I'm going to talk more about this tomorrow, I think, when I have it a little bit more together in my head. But a seed of this distinction is important for some reason to me, because it says that people without developed senses of self that have very limited perspective can take an idea and use it to their advantage. So you can have a very egocentric kind of person, and where the world revolves around them. And as long as they are the center of attention, that doesn't matter. Anything that that happens outside of them doesn't matter. It's just as long as they, whether it's good or bad, as long as they are the center of attention, that's what the thing is. And the important point that I'm trying to make is that an idea can be used, an idea is not neutral. So it can be taken, it can be taken up by anyone. And that because of that, ideas are special and part of the incredible power of our creativity and our imagination. So I'll say more about this tomorrow when it's more together. But I wanted to do a brief reading from The Space Between. This is a book by Peter Mitchell that outlines what happened with their group when they learned about the we space, the energy fields of awakening between people. I'll read this quickly. It's called Tending the Fire. That early spark showed us something important. The light we found between us wasn't separate from the light within us, and in that space, without agenda, without needing to know, has a way of catching fire. The kindling is our presence, our honesty, our willingness to show up without defense. And once it starts burning, it can light the way ahead, not just for us, but for something far larger than we imagine. If you have a group of friends or kindred spirits, consider this. What might happen if you gathered not to discuss or debate, but to listen, not just to each other, but to the space between you? What qualities would help keep that space open, curious, and alive? What would it take to tend that fire together? We'll stop there. Gently closing your eyes, going inside. Begin by gently placing your attention on your physical body and the sensations of your body. You can feel your body's temperature, subtle movement, tingling, pulsing. A sense of aliveness. You can feel your body's contact with the earth underneath you. Your body's connection with the planet. And you can begin the practice of feeling and softening. On the in-breath, feeling your body. And then on the out-breath, softening and melting down through your body like warm honey deep into the earth. And the honey can be like warm, healing honey that cleanses, heals, purifies, makes whole. As on the out-breath, you let go of distress, resistance, and that which no longer serves you, as that travels down into the earth, where the earth receives that energy and transforms and recycles it. each cycle of breath, you get a little bit closer to your body and melt just a little bit deeper into the earth. Very good. And then bringing your attention up now into your heart, feeling your heart space, center of your chest. If you like, you can place your hand over your heart. On the in-breath, feeling your heart. And then on the out-breath, softening and expanding your heart. And coming in contact with your emotions, you can notice what's present for you emotionally right now in the shared space. And without making your emotions right or wrong, good or bad, just allowing yourself to feel a little bit together. You could be feeling any of the 5 main cardinal emotions like anger, sadness, fear, joy, or shame. And the cardinal emotions give our life direction. And just allowing yourself to feel a little bit together is part of good emotional hygiene, is learning to feel things together. No one is meant to feel things alone. You could also be feeling numb, which is also a valid emotional experience of absence. And so you just feel absence if you're feeling numb. Very good. And then now we'll bring our attention up into our head, feeling your head on the in-breath. And then softening in and around your skull on the out-breath. If you like, you could breathe into your third eye space between your eyebrows or your crown at the top of your head, whichever feels correct for you, and just feeling and softening in and around your head. Very good. And coming in contact with your thoughts, you can notice how busy and active your mind is. Today, my mind is very busy, but it's good to practice, remembering to come back to feeling when you notice that you're getting pulled into thinking. Coming back to feeling your head, your body, for grounding and for anchoring. Great. And then from here we can spend a little time with our eyes open, gently opening your eyes, and then taking a moment of appreciation for the work we did with our eyes closed, and keeping your eyes soft and not allowing that energy to evaporate. We'll practice in the relational space, the space of outside and inside. Every relationship has an inside and an outside. So, on the in-breath, feeling around you, everything around you in your environment, 360 degrees. And then on the out breath, feeling inside you. And just noticing the distinction, feeling outside on the in-breath, and then inside on the out-breath. And then from here, you can, if you like, add in qualities to your practice of love, compassion, and gratitude. And on the in-breath, feeling love, compassion, and gratitude around you. And then on the out-breath, love, compassion, and gratitude towards yourself. And just practice sending and receiving love, compassion, and gratitude. Wonderful. And then from here, we can set our prayers and our intentions for the day. I'll be quiet and allow you to do yours. May this work that we do transform our life, offering up healing and blessings, and ripple out into the community. Amen. Wonderful. Have an enjoyable Friday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be on at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll go for about 50 or so minutes. Tomorrow we'll go a little bit deeper. And yeah, have a great Friday, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.